Our theme for the second week in Advent, is expectation. Now we know what to expect. After all, we've been through many Advents and Christmases in the past. We hold those special times in our hearts, maybe as we've been decorating our homes. We remember those special moments, perhaps going all the way back to when we were children, and that joy and anticipation of Christmas morning and opening gifts. Maybe we remember the time when we watched as our children, or maybe for some grandchildren, opened their gifts. Yes, we've been here before. We know what to expect. But have you ever noticed that God has a way of upsetting everything, throwing a monkey wrench in? Just when you think you know exactly what will take place, God turns everything upside down. I believe that was the experience of Mary. Mary, a young girl, a teenager. Mary might have spent her days thinking about her upcoming wedding to Joseph. As a teen, she probably had chores helping out her mother, perhaps with younger siblings, or other tasks, maybe cooking and other things. She never expected anything out of the ordinary to take place. That wasn't until the day when she came face to face with an angel, a heavenly being. Now, Mary had paid attention in Sunday school. She knew that human encounters with divine messengers didn't always end well for people. In fact, many did not live to tell of their experience. Mary was frightened, scared out of her wits. Nothing like this had ever happened to her. It wasn't what she expected to happen. The angel, Gabriel, explained to her that God had found favor with her. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. What do you think? How do you think Mary responded to that? Probably thinking, wow, I can't conceive of what the angel had told her. She would be a mother. But to a child, not just any child, but the very Son of God, the long-awaited Messiah. To convince her, as the dialogue between Mary and the angel Gabriel continued, Gabriel told her of her relative Elizabeth. Elizabeth and Zachariah were older in age. But Elizabeth also was expecting a son as well, who we know as John the Baptist. Mary, not sure what exactly would take place, what to expect, nonetheless believed that God had chosen her. Beautiful words of Scripture in Luke chapter 1. I am the Lord's servant, Mary answered. May your word to me be fulfilled. With that, the angel left her. Mary set out with haste, immediately going to visit with Elizabeth. If anyone would understand what had happened to her, it would be Elizabeth. How could she try to explain what was taking place to her family? Who would believe her when she herself had a hard time believing? So she traveled 80 miles to visit Elizabeth, up hills and down hills and valleys. Perhaps it was a trip that she had made with her family, but now she was going solo. I imagine those 80 miles, those days she would be going over what the angel had told her. Did she hear him right? Was what was told to her actually true? Maybe she misunderstood something. What would she tell Elizabeth? Maybe she was rehearsing in her mind her story of the encounter with the angel. When she finally arrives at Elizabeth's home, Mary doesn't even get a chance to say anything. Elizabeth immediately knows what had taken place. and calls Mary blessed. The two women would go on and be together until the birth of John the Baptist. Expectations just when we think we know what will take place. God changes that. Are we open? Are we receptive to where God might lead us in these coming weeks? What God might be trying to teach us to get through to us. That come Christmas Day, we will be changed. We will be a different people. We will be more aligned with the God who loves us and all people. Thanks so much for watching.